Hi, my name is James Krabill. I'm Senior Executive for Global Ministries at Mennonite Mission Network, and also do a fair amount of teaching in things related to global worship and ethnomusicology and things like this. I think this gathering obviously plays multiple functions. We've heard a lot of good papers, so there's always the input factor. But the thing that always helps me the most is just the networking of connecting with people from around the world who are working on a wide variety of projects and initiatives. In terms of how I perceive this being helpful, I just finished editing a handbook on global worship, for which there is a fairly large focus on orality and how we work at that in the global church. And as I continue to do teaching, I think what a gathering like this reminds me of is just all the great things being written about that, and also the connections with the people who can continue to give illustrations of how this is being worked on in so many ways. So what I anticipate is incorporating things from this gathering into my teaching, and hopefully making it a richer experience because I've had those contacts.
What kinds of things do you see yourself integrating into your teaching now?
Well, the way I've worked at this in the handbook really defines orality in a pretty broad way to include all forms of the arts in Christian worship and witness. The backdrop is sort of orality as a pre-literate or non-literate way of living in the world. But how that translates in the life and worship of the church is actually that people find multiple forms of accessing the world and experiencing worship through other than paper and written texts and so on. So what this does is provides me with more of, in some of the papers, more of the conceptual background in terms of how people think in orality and how that works for them, and also how this relates to higher education, and what this means for training the next generation of leaders. So we all have so much to learn about this, and we're so steeped in certain ways of thinking that I think you just have to get hit in multiple ways for it to begin to register that we have to do some major work.